And like that, I am live. See if anybody actually shows up to this joint. Probably should have took and set me a thumbnail or something like that. But whatever. They can wait for some folks to start rolling in here. I see I've got one person watching. Thanks for watching. Oh, these lights. I swear to God. Anytime I go to record, they don't ever seem that damn bright. Now it's just washing me out for some reason. Yoda, why be lying like that? Sexy. Well, ain't nothing sexy here at all. My wife ain't home. Laz, yeah. I figure I'd take and chit chat for a little bit. Ooh, the Isle of Man. Cheers to you. You left a 2010 Royal Rumble for this. Well, thank you, El Doof. Appreciate that, homie. Hopefully everything's good for you, dude. Who won the 2010 Royal Rumble? I haven't watched wrestling in I don't know how long. Just figure I'd take and come on here, chit chat a little bit, tell you about what the plans are. Because hell, I did a poll, and yeah, Australia. Good day to you. I've seen that. I've seen they're taking and they're crashing out. Basically, they're bricking. I don't know if it's a software issue that's bricking them, but once they do the updates and stuff like that for drivers, but that's no bueno right there, homie. Them things is not cheap at all. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good day? My youngest, she decided she wanted to go to mother-in-law's house. Mother-in-law lives right in front of us. She wanted to go to mother-in-law's house until her mama got home from work. So shit. I was like, well, that changes things for the day. Oh yeah, that's one of the things I'm waiting to come back around because that's one of the things I'll be covering again. Um, awesome, awesome, getting baptized, cool. It's always a good thing. Congratulations on that. So it's been a minute. I don't take and do lives as much as I used to. I'm gonna have to start trying to do lives like twice a month or something like that. Cause I don't. I've been more active in my Discord lately. Like for the longest time, like I just kind of removed myself from everything as far as other than parting comments or responding to that. So, Bri, thank you so very much, homie. Yeah, she's at work though. She's at work. I have to take and get her another donut or something like that, or some flowers with this. Yeah, Mr. In Between episode tomorrow. I might actually double up the third and fourth episode since I'm behind a week on that. Because yeah, I'm not even gonna bullshit. Last week I took a complete break from everything YouTube related. I took and spent the whole time uh basically gaming. I took and played Elite Dangerous basically the whole week. Uh, bought me some ships on that game and started getting into the ecosystem of that. So last week, and I had stuff that I was like, yeah, I need to get this done and this done. I was like, I need a break. I need to take and just relax for a bit. I've got in raw format. I've got most shows on this channel good for at least 2 weeks. Vikings and Vikings and Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso, I've got about 6 weeks worth of stuff, unless I double up, and even then, I've got about a month's worth of stuff. So I was like, let me step back, take a break, and do it that way. Brian, I greatly appreciate that, homie. You was the man, my dude. You was the man. I enjoyed Hacksaw Ridge. I really did. I'm kind of wondering after watching it, the pastor that the guy that pastored the church whenever I was growing up, his last name is Doss. I know that Doss, if I'm not mistaken, is from West Virginia, but a pastor was from Mount Airy, North Carolina. I was kind of wondering if there's any kind of relation, but um, Well, he's trying to take and change stuff. That's for damn sure. He's trying to get folks to negotiating tables, and he's using hyperbole to do a whole hell of a lot of it. I know that. I know a lot of folks are pissed off with him taking and doing threatening tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and it's like, oh, your price of everything is going to go up. It's like, well, we only get 13% of our imports from Canada and 14% from Mexico, so they get 80 and 70% from us. So it'll take an effect. It would affect them more than it affected us. So, but he got them to the negotiating table and put off doing any tariffs. So, I mean, it's still early. It's only a month. It's not even a month in yet. He's only been in office since January 20th. So he's what, 16 days in, 15 days in. But he's trying to get everything done all at once, it feels like. I swear to God. But past that, like, cheers to your chip. Starting from the start. All right. All right. Scotland. Cheers to you. But see, and what a lot of folks don't understand is the reason why, the reason why he was elected the first time is number one. I'll tell you the reason why he was elected the first time. Like he run on water cooler issues that people were concerned about at the job sites and stuff like that. That's exactly the stuff he run on. And you had those never Trumpers and stuff like that that were in Congress. Now, the first go around, I did not vote for Trump. It's just his bombastic style. I was like, man, this dude's a clown. How are we gonna, we're electing a reality TV star. He's a businessman or whatever, but he's a reality TV star as of late. And like it's just a joke, right? So I voted third party because I didn't care for. There's no fucking way in the world I was voting for Hillary Clinton. Fuck that cunt. Um, just no. After Benghazi and all and the fact that she's a lifetime politician, I was like, no, fuck that. Like, absolutely not. So I voted. I voted third party. I wrote in Austin McMillan. This last go around with Obama and or not Obama, but Biden and Trump, uh, and then Kamala. Not even gonna lie, I voted for Trump because Kamala's economic plans, a lot of them either didn't make sense or didn't. It wasn't going to take and help 90% of the people who have been hurting. So I was like, absolutely not. Nope. And the foreign policy that under she said nothing would change, like she wouldn't change nothing that's been happening, under Biden. Like she's going to keep things that Biden was doing. I'm like, man, I just no, I no. So I voted Trump. So, and but I voted for him just due to the simple fact of I had more buying power the first go around. That and he talked about shutting, trying to take and close the borders down. This go around, he's done things differently. It's like he looked at Congress as like, all right, we need to take and have a Republican Congress, but I know half y'all fuckers still hate me, so I'm bringing in my own brand of bureaucrat because bureaucracy is where all the power lies outside. Well, a good bit of the fucking work is done. A lot of policy is written outside of Congress and the president that becomes law through bureaucracy. So he's brought in his own bureaucrats. So it's like he's trying to do everything all at fucking once, but he's working on stuff that he actually stumped on. So I mean, for most folks are going to be happy. I have not, but I did take and see, like I seen a thumb for it, and I bookmarked it because I am going to take and watch that. Well, there's never going to be any real honesty within uh, politics, even with Trump. Like the thing with Trump is that I like more than other politicians is motherfucker has no he has no filter. Like whatever he thinks just whoop pops right out. He speaks off the cuff. Now whether or not you take and get a statement later on walking some of that back is a completely different story, especially if he's wrong. But that's something that for me it's like he sounds like half the people on the job site whenever they just take and have diarrhea of the mouth, shit talking. and he's a consummate troll. Like that's the other thing a lot of folks, especially the Democrats, can't understand. It's like we know the hyperbole and the over promising stuff like, oh yeah, we're gonna take and occupy Mexico. We're not occupying Mexico, and we know it. We're not dumb. It's hyperbole. And him taking and making threats that gets people to the negotiation table. That's what 90% of it is. That's built. You've got idiots that are going to take and believe him at face value because they just have no common sense. But for the most part, he speaks very much in hyperbole. So it's very much tactics, and most folks take and completely understand that. What is bo? What is e of bob? What is that? Fully, Cap. What's up, homie? Yo, dude. Yeah, I mean, all right. So I wouldn't doubt it. Like you don't like to besmirch people at all, except for Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. Fuck them two bitches. I don't like either one of them at all. Uh, they're so far embedded and done so much shady shit. It's unbelievable. But Biden, man, Biden had handlers, and it was very apparent. And I wouldn't doubt it. I just, oh, Band of Brothers. All right, so Band of Brothers got to be where I'd take and edit it, and I'd put it on YouTube, and it'd be blocked. So I'd take and try to edit out and edit down from what would get blocked, and it get reblocked, and it get blocked again upon re-upload. So I've just made every bit of Band of Brothers. I did this earlier because I seen somebody ask about it. My Patreon, I've got a free tier. Every bit of Band of Brothers is free on there, unedited. So you can go to Patreon and watch it on my free tier, completely free, full unedited. As far as like me taking and doing the normal cuts I'd have for YouTube, I think I even left some blooper type shit in some of those because those are just basically have it to where it starts. I got whatever way I take and do the did the editing at that point in time for to see me and see the screen, and then I just let shit run until the outro where I brought myself back up. Like it's completely free. So um and for anybody wondering for Still Game, I've reacted to 2 episodes of Still Game. I'm not reacting no more. Absolutely fucking not. First 6 seasons were absolute gold. It was hard for me. Like there were funny parts. And even the second episode was a little bit better, but everything just felt so freaking forced and stiff. Comedic wise, and the chemistry that you've seen when those first 6 seasons ain't there no more. Just ain't. Like it seemed like whatever magic they had between season 6 and season 7 absolutely got lost in the wash. It was hard for me to take and watch that shit. What's up, Danielle? Cheers to you, homie, bro. I'm just having a chit chat, having a chit chat. Well, appreciate you stopping in. And the new what? Garza? Are you talking about Gaza? Yeah. Again, more hyper. I don't even know what the hell he said about hyperbole, but how do I clean my keyboard? With a duster. A lot of times, I need to take and actually get. I need to pop the keys off because my beard hairs will take and drop down in between the keys. So I need to take and actually get something to pop them off and pull some of the hairs out. It's overdone. I mean, we've had full on nutcases for the last, with the exception of Obama, and he was just bomb happy for the last 20 years. Like it's nothing no different. It's just the Republican brand of nutcase. I mean, we had 4 years of a doddering old fool. Like, and I don't, I don't want to besmirch the fella because it's clear he had handlers, but he wasn't. He did. He wasn't all there the last 2.5 years, and it was readily apparent. So, cheers to you, Tom. It's not nice to say. See, the problem is, to me, the problem is right now over here is, especially on, I say over here online, right? And you can do research, and you can get research to back up your confirmation bias, and it happens so much on both sides, and nobody is willing to take and look of like, look, this is going on, but this is the reason why. I don't agree with this part, but understand the reason why this part. Nobody fucking does that. Everybody's just, my confirmation is this, your confirmation bias is that. This is where yours is wrong, and fuck you for it. And it's like, that does nobody any good. Like, it does nobody any good. And I don't think it's going to happen, change anytime soon. He's not going to try to control Gaza. Like I said, he speaks in hyperbole. I'm, this fool is taking and using hyperbolic statements to try to take and bring Gaza to the negotiation table. If I had to venture a guess, to get Hamas out of there. Everybody can say what they want about the Israel Gaza bullshit that was going on, but notice Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, none of them took Palestinians in. There's a reason for that. Go look at historically what's happened. They tried taking and overthrowing Syrian government until they were thrown out. They tried taking and sowing discord and staging a coup in the Jordanian government in the 70s. Or in the 80s, and they got thrown out. And they've gotten thrown out of Egypt. Like, there's a reason why none of the countries around there wanted to take any of the refugees from Palestine itself. That's not something that's spoke on. It's just all the atrocities that happen on both sides, especially coming from Israel, because they're trying to take and get rid of Hamas. It's like, bruh. All right. I'm not talking any more fucking politics. Fuck that. It's the reason why I don't take and talk politics on this channel, because we'll get bogged the fuck down on it. Fuck that. Like, he's not committing a coup at all. Like, he's doing shit that every president has fucking power to do. That's the last I'm going to say. Last I'm going to take and speak on shit. Blake, what's up, homie? Yeah, there's a lot of folks that don't. I don't care for his personality, but policy wise, economically, I was a lot better off whenever he was in office than the last 4 years. That's for damn sure. Well, it's just, see, man. And maybe I need to take and watch further, but like the first actually 3 episodes, because I took and started recording episode 3, and I was just like, it doesn't feel the same, and like they don't, and it's like they don't have the same type of chemistry, the the puns and the jokes and stuff like that. They just feel so stiff, and it's like, man, that really takes it out of taking it, the enjoy um out of watching it. So don't be talking about Blake like that, Captain. I'm sure he doesn't take and appreciate that. Um, yeah, yeah. Actually, that's one of the things I'm going to be talking about, is the fact that I've got. Okay, so the poll that I had up. All right, so that's one of the things I did want to cover. The poll that I had up. It's almost even, right? But it's 37% take and keep what you got on the channel. Keep with the TVs and the shows and the movies on the channel. And 35% took and voted to take and move the TV stuff to a different channel. So what I'm going to take and do is, I've got another channel that I've run a test on, More Eclectic Beard Reactions. I'm going to start posting on that a lot of culture type stuff, and it'd be more than just the UK related, but I'm going to be posting culture and comedy type stuff over there, because I know people enjoy that. This channel is going to continue being TV shows and movies, but I'm also going to take and work in comedy, like comedy reactions, whether it be through the TV shows or even just clips. Now, it's not going to be the clips aren't going to be the bulk of the content on this channel, but they're going to be on this channel because I know that's one of the draws to the channel, and it's one of the reasons why a lot of people took and subscribed. So I'm going to take and be doing like comedy clips and everything like that every week to take and go along with TV shows and movies that I take and put on the channel. But after this is over with, or before this is over with, I'm going to take and put a link for the More Eclectic Beard reactions. I'll have comedy over there, but it's going to be a lot more culture type stuff. There's going to be history reactions and things of that nature. Like I said, I'll still have comedy reactions over there as well. But I'm gonna be taking and looking at outside of just the UK, not only for comedy, but also for the culture stuff. But I'll also be looking at the culture stuff. Oh man, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy it. And like I've got some other stuff that here in the next couple of weeks I'm gonna be taking and putting on there for free. Um, so and I've already released a couple of things for free on there as well. So when did Egypt and Jordan take Palestinians? Because at the onset of this, like a month in, Egypt said no refugees. That's where I'm getting it from. But again, right, same and Jordan and Syria also said that. Blake, what do you say we start next week, homie? We'll take and start on like a Wednesday or something like that, or Tuesday. Take and do the B&A show. We'll take and start up again on your channel and whatever, whatever time or something like that. Cheers to you. Hope you're doing good. Um, so as far as Dragon Ball, as was asked about, um, tomorrow I've got a channel that is Eclectic Beard's anime journey. I'm 40. Like I didn't really start taking and watching any kind of anime until I hit like 35. I absolutely love anime. I think there's a lot of anime that is a lot better than what you'll take and watch on regular television. Just story wise and character development and everything of that nature. I think there's a lot of anime out there like that. Eden of the East is one, but tomorrow I'll take and have the first episode of Bleach up. The first 3 weeks, like you'll take and get individual episodes of Bleach, um, but tomorrow I'll have the first episode reaction of Bleach up. Saturday I'll have or Sunday I'll take and have the next episode of Solo Leveling. That's the other thing. I will be moving Solo Leveling from this channel to the Anime Journey channel. So you'll have Solo Leveling, and I'm gonna have one more simulcast show that I'm gonna take and react to. Um, that'll be Sundays and Mondays will be the two simulcast. Um, Tuesdays is going to be Dragon Ball. Um, Wednesday Wednesdays, yeah, Wednesdays will take and be Demon Slayer, and Friday is going to be Bleach. Now, after the first three single episode reactions to Bleach, it'll be like episodes 4, 5, and 6, and then 7, 8, 9, because there's just so many episodes to get through, and it's the same way with Dragon Ball. The first thing for Dragon Ball will just be a singular episode, but the following week would be episodes 2, 3, and 4. Already got those recorded. Same with 4, 5, and 6, or 5, 6, and 7. So um, I'll take and be putting a link for both of the new channels um, here in a few minutes. So that way, anybody that wants to take and support those channels, and then later on, I'll take and have a community post as well as I'll have it somewhere in the description or a pinned comment for this. But um, Joey, cheers to you, homie. So one of the other things I am going to be doing that I'm going to be taking and doing videos looking at the first series, and this will be done in episodic format, and it'll be let's see, today is the 6th. So probably starting on the 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, or something like that week. There'll be at least 2 videos. I'm gonna announce the channel when I've got everything edited and ready to be put up. I'm gonna be looking at cities, landmarks. Like around here is Charleston, Rainbow Road, the Battery, Provost Dungeon, and Market Street. So that's I'm starting locally first, but there's a lot of stuff outside of Charleston that's really cool historically, and just really, really pretty. Like we have a diversion canal up here. We've got 2 lakes. Like it's stuff that people that if they come through, they're headed to Charleston, they're going to miss a lot of stuff. So I'm going to take a look at like Charleston, but before that, the lead up is going to be looking at grave site of a Revolutionary War general, along with the canal and a restaurant you can eat at. The next one will take and be looking at a state park that actually is on a canal that's connected to the waterway that leads to Charleston. The episode after that is going to be an abbey, a monk's abbey. The episode following that will take and be 2 of the beaches that are near here, or that are here locally, and a World War II museum, uh, well, aircraft carrier museum, and a little bit of surrounding area in each of those. So I'm taking be announcing that channel before the end, or before the end of the month. So yes, I will be watching The Last Kingdom. So at some point in time, Janine, I plan on making it to London. Like, and that's one of the overall goals of that channel is going to be. It's going to be starting here in the southeast, but I want to take and branch out. I'm hoping it takes and grows. Um, I'm hoping. I'm trying to get everything in order, uh, not only passport purposes, but also monetarily, to try to make a trip later this year. Because a certain someone in the comments has a sports team that he follows that's playing over there, and try to take and make a trip over that way then, and maybe stay and try to stay for like a week or so extra after that game is over with, so I can not only see some folks and meet some people, but also see some sights. So that's part of the plan this year for this channel, at least as far as goals for monetarily wise, to take and try to use some of the use funds from here to take and accomplish, but also hoping that at that point that channel will be nice up and running, and it's something I can add to that channel. Will be like an international trip to England. So that's one of the goals that I've got this year, content and personal wise, is taking and getting to England finally. So I live in the South. The South is awesome. It's other than the last month, it's 9 times out of 10 warm here. Vicky, cheers. So porridge is awesome. Porridge is one of those shows that I wish I'd have took and saved the raw reaction files so later I can try to chop them up to put them on YouTube. Right, Helena, I'm not even on that subject no more. Like I'm not even going to address it. Um, like I'll have to take and look past what I first read once this is over with. So average temperatures around, like even at wintertime here. Normally this time of the year we're still into 50s and 60s as far as temperature is concerned. Whereas and a lot of times in the 60s. This week we're in the 70s. Like right now it's 56, but it's supposed to take and hit. I want to think 75 today. It's supposed to hit 80 tomorrow, 81 Friday, and then start a mini cool down again for the weekend, going back down into the 50s. But yeah, we're supposed to hit like 75, 76 today. So, and that's not out of the ordinary for this area at this time of the year. Oh, It's wet here, but it's the air is wet here a lot of times more than the ground is wet, and it makes because that the wet heat makes you freaking sweat, so you're always moist. So, related to Walt Disney. Oh, that's pretty awesome. What is my dog barking at? 6 degrees and snowing. No, thank you. No, thank you whatsoever. And I've been told if I could bottle my laugh, I'd make a killing. And it's I know that's what brings folks in. So that's one of the reasons why I'm going to take and bring back comedy reactions on the channel. And a lot of the movies I'm going to take and react to will be comedy. A lot of the shows I'm reacting to. Uh, well, I say a lot of the shows. Ted Lasso's very much as much drama. It is also comedy. So cheers to you. And give me 1 second. I got to go check see what my dog's barking at. All right, apologies for that. Kiddo come home from the mother-in-law's house. Um, Never said Palestinians were hard. Like, don't twist my words. I said there's a reason why they weren't being taken, but whatever. Anyways, cold over here in the UK, but not too cold like it was. Yeah, this winter was like normal. Like I said, normally we got pretty warm winters. Like we'll take and get temperatures down to the like 30s and stuff like that. It stayed in like the 20s and 30s almost a whole month of January. And that's just not normal around here. Like you'll have days where it's 30s. You might have a week or two where it's in the 40s. Normally it sits 50s and 60s and stuff like that. So we got like 5.5 inches of snow, which around here we're lucky if we see a dusting of snow every 8 to 10 years, much less anything that sticks appreciably. So 5 inches was like, oh my God, the world's ending. Like it was, and it stayed frozen for the whole week was the bad things. Like my wife missed a whole week of work. And so, but I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the reason why I'm able to take and grow a beard the way I do. When I was in the Coast Guard, I was in boot camp. I had to shave every time I went to the bathroom. And then once I got up to the fleet, I had to shave 3 times a day. I had to shave in the morning as soon as I woke up. I had to shave at lunchtime, and then I had to shave again before I went to bed. So by the time I got out, I was like, "Yeah, damn this." So I stopped shaving, and I was like, "Oh, that grows really fast now." So thank you, thank you. Oh, that sucks. That's never fun. There's no reason to take and pick on people due to who they're related to. Word from Electrolux. Joey, you're a trip, homie. But I'll be honest with you. The reactions that I do when I take and do the comedy reactions that make me belly laugh like that, those type of reactions are I love taking it. I love laughing. So there's a reason. That's one of the reasons why even some of the not so comedic reactions. You'll see me laugh at parts because something will take and strike me that's being said that I find funny, and I find it funny. I'm gonna laugh, but that's I'm glad it does. Like the whole intention of this was to take and cheer myself up, give myself reasons to laugh. So I'm glad it helps other people in any way possible because it's definitely not the overall what the overall intent. So hey, Chihuahua, cheers to you. Right now, none. I actually need to take, and I've got stuff to actually make my own beard oil. And I do have a beard balm, and I've got beard butter from I don't even know. Yeah, beard butter or cocoa butter. Everyman Jack is the brand. So, um, that's the stuff I use at the moment. I want to take and start making my own beard butter as well. So, massive blizzard. They call this being in the Coast Guard. They call it as puddle pirates because they say, "Oh, you don't take and go out no more than 6 foot of water. You got to be 6 feet tall to join the Coast Guard. That way you can swim back to land." I'm like, I was just a really strong swimmer because I'm not 6 foot tall. I love fascinating that the stuff, and I'm gonna take and get into more of their stuff, but the stuff I've seen is hilarious. Yes, 100%. Jiminy Cricket, not the chin he's picking up. um, don't let them hold you under for too long. That's really the only depends on who you're being baptized by. Are you being baptized by a Southern Baptist, an Independent Baptist, a Pentecostal, Church of Christ? Like, there's levels to baptism for sure. I and they'll hold you there for half a second. They bring you back up. You're cleansed. Thanks, preach. A second longer, and I'd have been inhaling water. And that's my thing. It world's going crazy. Like in all aspects, it feels like a lot of times. At least what is portrayed in the news. Like talking with y'all and stuff like that. That's something I need to take. I'm gonna start doing more often. I'm gonna try to start talking to y'all once a week. I can't make any promises, but it's gonna be more than once every couple months. Um, because talking with folks, you see things aren't as at least people aren't as insane as what media makes stuff out to be. And but yeah, the world is pretty well mad at this point. Let's see. Cheers to you, Andy. Welcome. Hope you're having a great day down there in Australia. Bulldog beard shampoo. Yeah, I've got some jojoba oil and trying to remember the other oil I have. It's a neutral oil that I'll take and use some scents with, but a good dye press. Yeah, you get some conditioning that way too. Latter Day Saints, cool beans. Yeah, yeah. What my goal is, I want to see how long this will grow for a year if I don't take and cut it whatsoever. Like the only thing I'm gonna take and trim is this portion right here, and even with this, I do have some wax for it. So red bearded Viking, I hear you. And that's the thing. And the thing is, like, if one if one news outlet runs with a crazy headline, you'll see 20 more take and follow. So it seems like it's things are so crazy because you get so much reporting of the same damn stuff all the time. Be whatever you want to be. That's between you and the good Lord upstairs. All right, asking a favor. No more Palestine talk. No more political talk. None of that. Like, just I want to take and have like, if you want to talk amongst yourselves or whatever, I've got a Discord. You can join the Discord. You know, I've got a politics thing. You know, I my thing is with politics, I stay away from it as much as possible because I go a little crazy. I've I take and study both sides of an issue, and I study as many sides of an argument as possible. So I'm one of those people that I'm very I've got left leaning tendencies on certain things. Like I think we need to have a nationalized healthcare system here in a way that not every people don't go broke. I think we also need to have the option for personalized healthcare, you know, for insurance and stuff like that. But I think the insurance companies here are just out to fuck the American citizen over. I think we need to cut our military budget probably in half. We outspend every one of our competitors, basically Russia and China, by threefold almost. We need to cut shit in half, take and put more towards a social fallback plan and infrastructure in this country. On the flip side of that, I don't all this deportation going on. I'm not against it. I think we need to close the borders. We've got legal immigration. We allow over 1 million immigrants here every year. Not only to take and have nobody work fields. There was legal immigrants working the fields before the illegal immigrants come. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Number one. Number two, I've worked with people on their fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, third, 12th fucking identities because they've been caught by ICE 2 and 3 times and made their fucking way back. And they ain't paying any fucking taxes because they're getting paid under the fucking table and their family's on fucking benefits. Like, there's a lot of things I'm conservative on too. So there's a lot of different issues that I get very, very passionate about. So there's a reason why I don't take and talk politics a whole lot, even foreign policy stuff. So can we please keep it politics free from this point on? No, it's free at the point of use, but taking and not taxing someone until they reach a certain threshold for uh, healthcare purposes makes a whole lot more sense than somebody taking and paying 150, 200, $250 a week for a fucking healthcare plan through their employer that they've got a 9, 12, 15, $20,000 fucking deductible before it's covered by 100% by their fucking insurance. Right? Healthcare is the number one reason why people go into debt in this country. So it might not be free compared to what we have. Um, it's not going to take and kill you neither. So, and that's the other problem too. And I've been called a crazy fucking commie liberal and shit like that. I've been called a fucking bigot, racist, fucking MAGA. It's like shut the fuck up. Like people can have complex opinions when it comes to politics and a whole lot of other shit. So I've got a Heinz 57. I have no clue what he is. Um, that lives here in the house with us. My wife's cousin actually found him and like 4 other puppies on the side of the road. Someone had just abandoned the dogs in a crate on the side of the road down country a country back road. So they took and brought them home, got them cleaned up a little bit, and then put it out there. Hey, look, we got some dogs that need to be rehomed, and they're bad shape. Like you could see his ribs, you could see his backbone. Love him to death. He's a little shithead though. My wife has spoiled the hell out of that little turd. Outside, we've got a um, Lab Walker mix. And the only reason why she is not an inside dog is because she likes to take and eat sheetrock. So let's see. Jethro, Blackadder, Monty Python, Bill Hicks. Uh, I don't know. I'll get to him when I get to him. Um, that's all I can tell you. Faves to react to, US or UK? I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you. Like y'all's older comedy, 100% better than our stuff. The shit that's been coming out of from the US here in the last 6 7 years, I think is better than what I've seen other outside of different little things here and there than what y'all have got coming out. What y'all have had coming out. So it depends. Like I've got a reaction um that I'm gonna be putting up probably on the other channel, Richard Pryor, live on the Sunset Strip. Um, and I think he's one of the comedy greats. Uh, but like I haven't took Mark Normand, Tony Hinchcliffe, Kill Tony. There's a lot of the comedians coming up, coming up through Kill Tony that are absolutely hysterical. There's a lot of comedians here that, whereas for about 7 8 years, you really didn't have any funny people outside of Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr. Like those were the only two funny people we seemingly had, and now everything's kind of flipped. I've already reacted to the Frankie Boyle, um, Michael Jackson Hospital. That was absolutely hilarious. So no, I did not watch Third Watch. Um, what's it about? Is that like a that seems like something that would be either ER or related type stuff, like emergency room related stuff. I could be wrong on that. Let's see, 3 years away from Kill Tony if go on the road. That would be awesome to see, homie. Be cool to see you on Kill Tony. Oh, yeah, no, no, no. Um, which real quick, let me do this. Da, 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 da. All right, so here's one of the channels, and that's this one will have the one I'm posting, the link I'm posting right now. That's gonna have it'll have a lot of culture and history stuff. It'll also have comedy. It'll be kind of like this channel at one point in time was, but it's going to be, especially the culture and history stuff, will be looking outside of just the UK. Be looking at like Norwegian type stuff, uh, other European nations, other countries further out than Europe. Um, because I still love the learning aspect of stuff. I'll probably take and wind up mixing in some fat electrician and stuff like that here and there where I can. Um, so it'll be that kind of stuff. It will have some comedy. The bulk of the comedy stuff will be on this channel though. And then let's see. And I've got to take and actually do some more. I've got to take and do some housekeeping on this one in the next day or two, as far as getting everything squared away for my banner and the profile picture on it, because it was going to be something else before. Love Billy Connolly. A lot of my Billy Connolly stuff though it's gotten retroactively blocked. Like I think Dwarf on a Bus was retroactively blocked. Like there's a lot of stuff of his that got retroactively blocked for me. Show all. Yeah, his Pendle winches was blocked. Prostate examination was blocked. Okay, so I thought it was more than it is, but But it's weird because it's like a year and a half after I took and reacted to Pendle Witch's video that got blocked, and I was like, "What?" And then same thing with prostate examination. I was like, "What? Why? Why now at the very least? That makes no sense." So I've taken check that out. Have not. I'm guessing it's interesting. No, I actually had to type. I actually had to type. If I'd planned on actually having the 2 channels pulled up before I started the, stream, but I ate me something I got myself something to eat, and I was trying to mess around with my lighting and stuff like that. Because for whatever reason, it's this light that's over on my right-hand side is washing me out in white. So, but yeah, probably. Like, it's funny because whenever the rights to stuff changes hands, you you have stuff like that happening, like a new rights holder will take and might have been fine before, and then all of a sudden, oh no, can't take and show that. And it's like, bruh, why? Lord have mercy. So my plan for the rest of this day, now that my kid, she's talking about she's tired. So if she goes to sleep here in a little bit, I'm gonna be taking it probably be recording for the other channels because I've also got here's another one. This channel, I've got a bandmade video going up on it later today. The video on it yesterday was um, Spirit Box, but my EB Reacts music channel, music reactions. Watch your hands, baby doll. Here, you can. Daddy will get it. Daddy will get it. Just, you're good. One sec. Sorry about that. Kiddo had to take and leave the room. Lord have mercy. But yeah, I've got a video going up. Bandmade. I had the video yesterday with Spirit Box, Blessed Be. A couple of days ago, it was Pink Floyd, Sorrow. I've got Dark Side of the Moon. I've got the entire album reaction on the channel. A reaction to I I want to think Comfortably Numb, the Pulse concert. So I've got that on there. So yeah. So yeah. So everybody's plans for the rest of the day or the evening. Lord Nelson. Well, I think there's a Lord there's an Admiral Nelson or something like that rum that's pretty decent. Paolo Nutini. I've heard that name. Where have I know I've heard that name. Yes, New Shoes. Absolutely loved that song. Absolutely loved that song. He's still making music? Yeah, apparently so. I didn't realize that. Like I heard New Shoes and that was all we heard over here. So I did not know. I did not know. What's the video? What's the video about? Skull and Crossbones 65. Let's see. Only gets blocked. Try no other way. All right. Hmm. They can bring that up on my side. Let's see. Okay, no other way. That's the name of it. I put in Iron Sky. You said it'd probably get blocked. There you go. Sweet. I've got that bookmark now. Arc is Arc is fun. I'm waiting for Arc 2. Shitty kids throwing stones at my home. That's what, bro. I hope you. I hope they got in trouble for it. That's not good. Shitty kids. A lot of kids are shitty. I know what you're playing, homie. Like you ain't even have to tell me. Oh man, I didn't realize. Like, when did he take and say he was going to stop touring? Slayer. Look for this weekend or early next week a reaction to Slayer's Raining Blood. I've never really listened to Slayer, never really listened to Megadeth, or Iron Maiden. Like I know who the bands are, and I know they're influential. Like albums or songs, couldn't tell you. Cheers to you, Alex. I've got to get that. That's on the list for this month to get. That's I love the first Kingdom Come Deliverance. I had over 100 hours in that, well over 100 hours in that, without any like DLC type stuff. Absolutely love that game. Absolutely not. I'm a big bitch when it comes to paranormal stuff. Nope. I did that shit one time with Mr. Yoda TV. Tried taking and doing that Geo thing or whatever, and it was just no. Mm-mm. That one was all right because there wasn't nothing. But if I was actually taking, like, we took and went on a ghost tour here in Charleston, and the temperature changed, and you got all, yeah, no, I don't, nope, I don't do that kind of stuff. Yeah, they are not touring. Yeah, Def Leppard, I've heard a lot of their music. A lot of my, it's funny because my aunts and um, even myself, like my aunts and uncles, and I've got stepdad, and they all listen to hair metal and stuff like that. They didn't listen to like Slayer, or none of that for whatever reason. Like my stepdad loved like Def Leppard, and he'd listen to Van Halen, but he preferred stuff like oh hell, the Who and um, Led Zeppelin, and bands like that. And I've got aunts and uncles that took and listened to like Van Halen and Def Leppard, and um, Bon Jovi, and I'm like, not Metallica, but Guns and Roses. So I've got two different spectrums of stuff. I've listened to Metallica. I love Metallica, but I've never really listened to like the other bands that a lot of folks have listened to in that way. So Lag remix, what is that? Oh Jesus, 50th World Tour. Good Lord. Little Big videos. Have to take and check them out. Yeah, Ozzy, man, I'm surprised he even still has like he's been putting out music, like new music, and it's like you're how old now? Like you're barely. Which I say that he used to be almost completely unintelligible. Now, since he's been off of drugs and stuff like that, he's got a little bit easier to take and understand here and there. But yeah, I don't. Jesus, getting up there. I didn't realize that the Rolling Stones, like they took and won Rock Album of the Year at the Grammys, and I'm like, they're still making music. Like, why them old fuckers haven't retired? I'm surprised they're still alive at this point. They got to be pushing what 100, 101. At least they look that old. KCD. Yes, 100%. Rag and Bone Man. I don't think I've. Yeah, I've taken. Put that on the list. I see Rag and Bone, and I think White Stripes. Ooh, Alice Cooper. I don't think I've heard. I don't know how much I've heard of Alice Cooper. Like how much of Alice Cooper's music I've actually listened to. I don't think it's a whole lot, to be honest with you. So, from the inside. Okay. Guns N' Roses 2 years ago. Was that a good concert? Like I've heard some of the live stuff, and Axel is like one concert songs he'll sound like really good. Another concert, it's like, bro, auto tune maybe or something. Because hey, Jesus, that sounded horrible. Negative, 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 negative. I love Oasis. No way in hell I'd be able to take and react to them. I can't do never. First time listening Oasis. No, can't do that. There might be some stuff at some that I haven't heard of theirs, but I've heard most of their stuff. What? A pop band? Since when? Def Leppard was. Sure you aren't talking about like REO Speedwagon or something like that? They're technically classic rock, but they got a lot of pop sounds and stuff. So I, mean, I don't know. Yo. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, it is. Whether you use Suno or the other one, I can't remember the name of the other one. Idio or Udio or some shit like that. Hayden should have stopped years ago. Well, I'm reacting to a lot of the older stuff, so that's another one. Like Bo Selector reaction I did, I'd never heard of, and I had to take and Google. I was like, oh, okay. So I'll be looking at more of that type stuff. If there are many original parts. Yo, that's funny. I like that. Redman. I haven't listened to much Redman either. I know he's one of the he's a he's an icon basically. Like he's one of the OGs in the hip hop. Very talented, very lyrical. Really has some really good stuff. I need to take a look at Wu Tang Clan too because I've never really paid it. I didn't get into rap till I was really in my 20s, and even then, there's like a lot of artists that I've just now started watching on my own and listening to on my own. Like Rakim, KRS-One. Like I've just recently in the last couple of years started looking at them. I've still not really taken a heavy look into Wu Tang. So now, I've heard of Alice Cooper. I don't know how much of their stuff I've heard. And there's not a fucking thing of Poisons I don't think I'd be able to take a react to. Be honest with you, I grew up on Poison, dude. AC/DC is one of those bands. Like I get it. A lot of people like them. I cannot. 2, 3 songs. I don't want to hear no more of their shit for another 6 months. Like every fucking guitar riff sounds the fucking same. The drums sound the exact fucking same. Every song timing signature is exact fucking same and has been for 40 fucking years now. It's like soon as their shit hits, it's like, oh, that's ACDC. There's no fucking question. No question whatsoever. As soon as the guitar hits, and the fucking as soon as the guitar takes and hits, just from the fucking tone, you know it's AC/DC. It's like fuck, and it's going to be the same power chords, same drum signatures, everything else. Like the song structure and everything for most of AC/DC shit sounds exact same. It's like fuck me. Have a good one. Dire Straits, love that song. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you on. There's a lot of rock that, in my opinion, there's a lot of rock in the '80s that was deemed rock that really wasn't rock. I mean, there's a lot of Van Halen stuff that may as well take and be. It's labeled as rock, but it's really, I mean, it's just some edgy pop. Um, I think, and that's one of the reasons why like Guns N' Roses when they come on the scene, um, really changed, took a lot of that away, a lot of that glitz and glamour and turned it on its head. And then once you got the grunge scene, and then once alternative and post grunge and everything else like that started coming into the scene, into the rock sector, or at least rock radio. That's for me. That's one of the reasons why '90s is so good, because all of the rock in the '80s, a lot of it sounded the fucking same. Either it was a ballad, it was either a power ballad, or it was a showcase of how good a fucking guitarist was, and like there wasn't a whole lot in between. You got to the '90s, and there was so much more fucking variations of what shit sounded like. Sweet, that's fucking awesome, dude. And no, that's not a weird flex. That's a lot harder than what people want to take and give it credit for. There's a lot of people on TikTok who have taken and built a brand for themselves and built a living for themselves on TikTok. That's pretty cool flex. Oh, awesome! It's another band I've never really looked at. Rammstein or Rammstein, however you want to, however they fucking said. It's Rammstein or Rammstein, isn't it? Ramstein, Rammstein. Like I know they're German. Best live bar or live band. I've heard a lot of people take and say that Def Leppard puts on a damn good show. Yeah, I've got to take and change it. Like I said, I'm watching One Piece on my own. That's not something I'm gonna react to. I've already started watching it. I'm like, I want to think 15, 16 episodes into One Piece. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to take and actually react to it at this point. But yeah, for the OG hip hop, I mean, one of the ways that like the stuff I reacted to before I went into looking at the comedy and culture and stuff like that was like the UK hip hop. So, and before that, like I grew up on like Eminem and Dr. Dre and all of the big name rappers. But Skyhook's from Australia. Okay, all right. Albert Lee. Never heard of Albert Lee. Smart ass. Fucking smart ass. That's on the list. That's that's on the list. It won't be this month. It'll be some point in time next month on the channel. Um, possibly April, but that's on the list of things that's going to be on the channel before long. Um, which later this month, like this weekend, you're going to get a reaction to Alien. At some point in time next week, you have a reaction to Spaceballs, and I'm going to try to take and do both. Have reactions up to both Spaceballs and Airplane, and then Green Book at the end of the month, and Nosferatu, the new Nosferatu movie. So those are the movies, the ones that are on deck right now for either reaction or editing purposes. Which I'm gonna throw in the original Nosferatu as well. I know I've got to take and renew my fucking fishing license. I want to think. No, no, no. I still got a couple weeks, I think. But yes, and let me know because I'll scrabble together some damn gas money to take and go this go around. Like I think I went twice with you. That's all the fishing I did last year. I want to do way more this year. Um, even if I've got to take and go down the back roads here to some of these government ponds and stuff like that. Coma, knob twiddling, and harmonics destroyed. Rock lead guitar. I mean, you're gonna take and look. See, that's gatekeeping, in my opinion. Like every genre of music has to take and have stuff that progresses it, moves it forward in some way, even if you don't agree with it. I mean, nothing stays purely one thing for forever. Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday. Leave that. Do me a favor after this is over with, or even right now if you want to, on like one of my community tabs or my community posts or something like that. If you want to take and leave that suggestion, because I'm running out of tabs here. Hold on, let me bring up my. There we go. Notepad. That'll be easier. I'm a dumbass. Overlook me. All right. There we go. Got that. Drop. What do you mean? The Viking reactions? No. Nope. Not doing that. Um, Method Man and Redman introduce you to them. Really love some Pete and Boss. Or is it Boss or Bass? Like I don't know because it's only the one S, but I love their stuff. I their which one was it? The Window. Yeah, their window frame freestyle was absolutely just killer. Cheers to you. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, you haven't missed a whole lot. Here's what you've missed up to this point. I've got an anime channel. I've took and dropped a link. So it's going to be called. It's going to be called, or it is called Collective Beard Anime Journey. Because I've always wanted to take and watch a whole lot more anime. So why not just react to it and put it up somewhere? So that's what I'm doing with that. Uh, this channel is going to stay TV and movie reactions. I'm going to add in comedy clip reactions, but stuff like I used to have, culture wise and history wise. It's going to be outside of just more than just the UK. It's going to be a separate channel. It's more eclectic beard reactions, and I'll put the link up for that, and I'll have the link up for those things on a community post after the stream is over with, and again in the comments and in the description, or a pinned comment and in the description. So that's about all you've missed us for. We're just shooting shit, talking music and movies and stuff like that. So you're up to speed at this point now. The Dossers, they got anything on YouTube? Love Creedence Clearwater Revival. Absolutely love them. The Anya. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard some of her stuff. I'm not mistaken, like she was massively big, especially into alternative radio here, alternative adult radio here. Ooh, where did that come up? Wait, did I miss something or hold on? Oh, Mark, thank you so very much. Thank you. Hopefully you had a good day at work. Hopefully you have a nice, relaxing evening. Thank you so very much for that. Okay, they are on Spotify. Okay, so George Mildred. Wait, why does that lady on there look familiar? All right, so I'll put that on a list of things to take a look at. Um, that may be something that I wind up taking and putting for free on Patreon, my free tier. That way, I don't know how it's up on YouTube, so I shouldn't have a problem with it. But I've already got some stuff planned out past the shows that I'm already looking at. So it would be a minute. It'll be a minute before I actually get to it, because I know after um, I'm going to put a poll up once I get done with Ted Lasso and Mr. In Between for a replacement show, and then um, one of the shows is going to be replaced by a weekly movie. So tuberculosis outbreak in Kansas. See, no, it's not really like that's not. I didn't even realize that was a thing. To be honest with you, um, I now as far as American news being heavily censored, that's been par for the course about the last 20 years. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you got to search for news wise. Measles epidemic in Texas. It looks like so far they've got oh 4 cases of measles, 2 cases unvaccinated adults in Houston, and third and fourth were unvaccinated children. 695 overall last year were taken and reported nationwide. So not really surprised. But there's a lot of comedy that I take and react to has got sexist humor in it. Benny Hill, a lot of folks considered his humor sexist. Early Doors. Let's see. Strike It Lucky. Why does that sound familiar? I've seen episodes of that. I think I've seen episodes. If I'm not mistaken, I've seen episodes of that on the game show channel that we had on cable here. All right, Biggie. Have a good one, homie. And see, that's Norseman is another one I've taken and wrote down. It'll be on one of those polls that I wind up taking and doing, because we'll be with Vikings for a while, but after Vikings, I'm going to be probably doing either the Last Kingdom or Vikings Valhalla, just taking continue that Vikings theme. Same thing, So after one, the next one will take and come up. So after I get with those Viking ones, since those are the most I've seen in the comments off of Vikings, I'll take and put that up in a poll. Um, and see, the problem is if there's 4 reported cases, there's a good possibility there's more than that. So, but 4 isn't an epidemic. However, There's been a massive outbreak of tuberculosis in Kansas. Let's see how many. 67 people in Kansas as of January 24th. 67 people are being treated for active tuberculosis. Most of them in one county, and another 79 have latent tuberculosis. Apparently, there's two counties where an outbreak is happening. So the provisional 2024 count shows 79 active cases and 213 latent cases. How'd that happen? That's my question. 9,600 cases nationwide in 2020. What the fuck is happening in this country? That doesn't affect the show, though. I mean, like, look, I'm not going to take and not watch something because something happened at somebody's house or because, like, even a lot of folks, oh, you shouldn't listen to Michael Jackson because of stuff with kids. I'm like, I can separate the art from the artist. Like, I'm able to take it. I'm not going to take and hold the art. I'm not going to take and hold the art to the artist to the same esteem as some of the art that they create. Like, yeah, we didn't hear about this shit over here for over what, since about the same as y'all, like 80, 90, 70, 80 years. Yeah, that's my thing. Like, the art isn't accountable to for the artist. It's the artist can be a fucked up person, but if they make good art themselves, art is what it is. Yeah, no, then I'll have to take and put that somewhere where it won't get struck. I'm trying. I'm trying. And I'm trying to take and get back as far as trying to get more involved with the community at large as well, because I got so overwhelmed with the way that a lot of the shit went with this channel when everything started blowing up. I pulled personally back from a lot of stuff that I really should have just adjusted how I operated things. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to come back. At least trying to take and build the channel, build the channel up, even if some of us in a new direction, do new stuff. But more importantly, I want to take and reconnect with the community at large. So cheers to you. Hopefully you're having a good day. That's that's very true. That is very true. And with the amount of humans and the amount of different, not only humans but also the advances in science, one of the things is once you take in, you have vaccines or you have antibiotics or you have medicines for 20, 30 years, and these bacteria, even without all of that stuff, taking to getting resistant to certain stuff and everything like that, they naturally going to take and mutate. So have not seen Quest for Fire yet. She's on the list of comedians to take and react to. So, well, see, and that's the thing. Like, there, I think I got one Ted Lasso reaction up last week, and I was in the process of editing Vikings, the one that y'all are going to take and see later today on the channel. I was in the process of editing that episode, and I was like, you know what? I need a fucking break. So I took all of last week off. Every I didn't record anything and I didn't edit anything until Friday. And Friday I just recorded because I was like, let me try something because the whole reason why I took and went the route I did, other than wanting to take and just react to something, react to TV shows and stuff like that. I didn't want to put them on a separate channel. And to be honest with you, in my opinion, I've been doing this for 4 years. In my opinion, my best reactions thus far, outside of Dead Parrot and the Ricky Gervais learning English with Carl Pilkington. The Still Game, those were all quality reactions as well for the most part. I think some episodes didn't hit the fair use as well as others did, and they just weren't. I was into them while I was doing them, but I don't think the quality is consistent throughout those. Um, Even though I think I did a good job with them, in my opinion, personally, my opinion, outside of Ricky Gervais learning English and the Dead Parrot sketch, my best reactions thus far, 5 years doing this point, was my reaction to the movie Long Legs, my reaction to Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, my reaction to Poltergeist, and my reaction to Dog Soldiers. Like, so I think some of, not only that, my reaction to the first two episodes of Ted Lasso, although I think I've done a very good job on all of them, and the first 2, 3 episodes of Vikings. In my opinion, since I've been doing this, those are my, not only from my enjoyment wise, but I think quality wise, also they're those a lot of those aren't the like comedy type. None of those are comedy type reactions other than Ted Lasso, but just from the standpoint of taking actually giving commentary and critiques on certain things throughout. From a fair use standpoint, I think those are some of my best, and also my presentation to y'all as well as the thumbnails I've done for them. I think overall those are my best reactions I've done on the channel to this point. So, but I've got things to where I'm ahead on stuff, so I can take and add other things. And like I've got anime reaction channel that I've told y'all about. I've just got to take and edit a couple videos first to take and put up to Patreon, and then to take and actually put them to schedule up on the channel. But I've got 3 weeks ahead on that outside of Demon Slayer and the ones I'm going to be doing the simulcast reactions for. And then later today and tomorrow, I'm going to be recording reactions for the music channel and more Collective Beard reactions. But I've put myself in a position of where, from like any reactions I take and react to next week, will just take and put me further ahead on whichever channel. So, and that's the reason why I'm doing it like this, so I can take it at my own pace, and so I can, when I need to, take a break for a week and a half, um, outside of maybe some light editing here or there if need be, and I won't have to take and worry about a whole lot, and I don't have to take and worry so much about the burnout and stuff like that. You know, just overall, I have not watched the latest Final Destination. I watched the original Final Destination movies. Is the new one out in theaters yet? Like I thought that one wasn't coming out until March, but I don't know if I want to take them. Like it's been how many? Why? It's like the Scream movie. Which, to be honest with you, I never watched the original Scream movies. It's funny because I didn't watch the original Scream, but I watched Scary Movie. I watched that series. I watched that series. Hacksaw Ridge is another one of those reactions that, again, among the best that I've done. And I'm not saying that I've done bad reactions up to that point, but I think I do a really good job with the movie reactions and the TV show reactions. And I enjoy them in a way that's a lot different than taking and doing the clip reactions. Because the comedy reactions that I take and do that are clip, short, 2, 3, 4, maybe 8 minutes tops, right? And it's laughing, but you can get too much of one thing. So, um, but yeah, um, I haven't. I've never watched the scary movies, the scary movie franchise, but I was always more of I Know What You Did Last Summer, scary, not scary movies, Scream, the Scream movies. I never watched that series. And they took and did a did a new one of that recently. I was like, why? It's been so fucking long, and it's the same way for me. I'm like, bro, it's been how fucking long? Why would you do this? I mean, I get it. It's an established franchise, so I get it from that standpoint. But damn, you let so much time go past. I wish they'd take and do another scary movie with the Wayans brothers at the lead. Thank you, I appreciate that. Oh, what's the recommendation? Cheers to you. Hopefully, you're having a good day. Sanity is for the weak. Yep. Well, sanity, I think is something that most people claim they have, but a lot more folks are chasing what they think. White Chicks was fucking hilarious, yo. That scene, especially, oh my god, Terry Crews in that scene where he puts on the Vanessa Carlton this song, "Making My Way Downtown," and he's just sitting there. That shit that sent me. That had me fucking dying rolling. Oh my god, I absolutely love that movie. Just like I love the movie Old School, Wedding Crashers, Talladega Nights, or Ballad of Ricky Bobby. That shit right there had me. Oh, I was in hysterics. The Last Castle. Have not seen that. Wolf Creek. Is that a movie? Oh, I see. Okay, I see. There's an original. I've seen that. Absolutely hilarious. Love that. I trust me. If it's There's a lot of stuff I can't react to comedy wise, just because I love to laugh, and it's what I'm most able to what I've mostly watched. Like I love a good action movie, but a good comedy, hysterical. Absolutely love comedy. I know less about. That's one of the reasons why, like during the Halloween time, more than once, I've looked at horror movies. I've never been a big horror fan. I grew up in a very strict Christian household. Uh, Bible was the king, or God was the king. You read your Bible every day. I went to Christian school. I took and did, I not only did I do personal Bible readings outside of church and school, but I also had to take and study the Bible for, you know, verse memorization, and also due to classes and stuff like Bible classes, whether it be church history or just overall studying the Bible. Like so, and I did that from seventh grade till I graduated high school. So I wasn't allowed to take and watch horror movies. Um, it's got a it's got a demon attached to you. It take and come out. You take and watch these devil movies, and they'll take and a spirit will attach itself to you. There's a lot of shit horror wise. I was like, nope, 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 not watching. So that's that's one of the things I'm rectifying, is taking and watching some horror stuff, because it's one of the most formulaic niches of movies in my genres of movies, in my opinion. Um, I think if you get genuinely scared, they've done a damn good job. Ooh, Robert Redford. Um, Wrong Turn. That movie was so damn. Oh my god, it was good for what it was, right? It was good for what it was. That was a half done movie though. Like kind of like The Hills Have Eyes, but Wrong Turn. Granted, I mean, there are some parts in West Virginia you take and travel through that I don't know if I'd be stopping on the side of the road. You know what I'm saying? But, but no, that's on the list though. That's one of the things I'm adding to a poll after I'm done with Ted Lasso. I'm gonna take and have the options of like Black Mirror, IT Crowd, and like two other shows. And whatever wins, that's what we'll take and go with. But the IT Crowd's gonna be on it. That's the one with the alien, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it? I haven't. You know what? I don't. I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that one, and I want to. I'm trying to think. I've watched the first two movie. I watched the first two movies within it. Are the first two Simon Pegg and Nick Frost movies. Paul, if I'm not mistaken, that's one with the. Is that the one with the alien? Basketball. I absolutely love basketball. That there, dude. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are absolutely. They've got some of the best comedy stuff outside of. I didn't care for Team America just because I found it dumb at that point. I don't know. I had to going through divorce and I had to stick up my ass at that point. So there's a lot of stuff that normally I'd find funny. I just didn't find funny. It was that stupid humor they kind of had in it. But basketball, Orgasmo, Cannibal the Musical, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm well acquainted with Matt Stone and Trey Parker's movies. I had started reacting to Father Ted. It's hard to take and get onto YouTube. Um, or at least I've had troubles getting it on YouTube. I see other people have gotten it onto YouTube. I don't understand. It's just they don't quite apply everything evenly across the board sometimes. Um, but I've pretty much started watching that on my own outside of reaction purposes. Waterboy, absolutely love that. Adam Sandler is such a his comedy stuff is absolutely hysterical. I love his comedy. I love Adam Sandler's comedy albums, like Piece of Shit Car, The Talking Goat. Go out for a pass. Yeah, I don't have hands. I've got these hooves. Man, just go out for the pass. Poof. Man, you fucking just a regular Roger Staubach, aren't you? Adam Sandler stuff, outside of his newer stuff, past I think about Click, I've seen most of it. Like he is, I love his stuff. Yeah, that was funny. I reacted to that live, if I'm not mistaken. Mentioning who? A lot of stuff over there is very picky. Channel 4 and BBC, they're very picky. Like some Channel 4 stuff, no problem. Old BBC stuff, depending on like some BBC stuff is easier to take and get through than others. Like some BBC stuff is just you would think you were trying to break into Fort Knox to fucking steal something with the way that shit gets blocked. And I don't care what the fuck you do to it. It's like, bruh. So I'm scared to ask what made him controversial. I really am. That's going to be one of the ones. And if I do, some others do have them. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is going to be heavily edited to take and make it to YouTube. So out of a 25, 23, 25-minute episode, you'll probably see 12 minutes. Outside of that, if that winds up being one of the ones after Ted Lasso and Mr. In Between are done, makes it onto the channel. That's one of the ones I will put for free, unedited. I'll take and put it on Rumble, and I'll take and put it on my Patreon. But it'll take and be like a week delay between each episode. So you'll watch episode one a week later. The full episode one will be on Rumble. So that way, you know, I don't put it up and folks immediately flock over there, and I don't have nobody watching it on the channel. Then there'd be no reason for me to take a rat to the fucker over here. So, and to be honest with you, I don't know if I'd actually put it on Rumble. I'd probably just put it on my free tier of Patreon. And it's only because I do not like moving stuff off of this platform. This is where I built everything. It's easier to take and just keep everybody and keep things here than it is moving it somewhere else where out of if a video gets 3,000-4,000 views here, you might take and get 20 views over there. Which the views over there don't really matter. But it's like, well, I'd rather take and have people join the free tier of Patreon, not pay anything, and take and watch that than take and go off platform to a different streaming service. So say what? In sickness and that's a show. That's a one an older show. Harold Lloyd before Laurel Hardy. See, I don't think I've ever seen. And I've watched some Laurel and Hardy, but I've got Good Night Sweetheart somewhere around here. Like I've got Steptoe and Son up here. What other show is that? Yeah, there we go. Uh, yeah, good lord. So I've got Good Night Sweetheart. Nope. I tried that. I'll be honest with you. I got like 4 episodes in. That's not one that I'd have to take and do like a whole season's worth of reactions. The first 3, there's parts of it that's funny, but I tried putting episodes. I put episodes of it up on Daily Motion, and it seems like it's a well beloved series. Um, I think it'd be one of those ones that's kind of like gimme, gimme, gimme for me. Like gimme, gimme, gimme. The first 3 episodes, first 4 episodes were funny, but there was like everything kind of just seemed like it was just going to recycle as far as joke wise and setup wise and everything. Allo Allo seemed like an older version of that. Granted, the storyline, I need to take and react. I need to take and at least watch more. The storyline, I think, probably is going to is probably pretty good, but everything throughout the storyline, it just seems like it's going to take and rewatch a lot of stuff. What's up, Art? Cheers to you, homie. I have not done a reaction to that, and I'll never put a reaction to that up. I've already watched the movie back when I was 20s, in my 20s. My brother took and bought that movie DVD the day it come out, and we watched it on a Friday night with some alcohol. So not one of those ones I can react to, unfortunately. There's a lot of comedy I can't react to movie wise or stuff like that. Like there's some stuff that I can react to that I haven't watched because either I was too young, either wasn't alive when it came out, or I was too young when it came out, or like I'm going to be reacting to Spaceballs. I've never watched Spaceballs because anytime I seen anything for Spaceballs, it looked absolutely fucking stupid to me. I'm like, oh great, they're spoofing fucking, Star Wars, ooh, original. But it's such a beloved movie, and I've watched spoofs and stuff like that. The only like spoof that has ever really I've ever written off outside of that was Walk Hard. And at some point in time, I probably need to actually take and watch that because my wife loves that fucking movie. But have not seen Holiday on the bus. I've been recommended to take and watch the show on. All right, so full disclosure, I'm gonna throw this out there. All right, I'm gonna be dead ass with y'all. There's a lot of these shows that y'all are gonna take and say I need to take and watch. At some point in time, I will get to them. There's a good chance a lot of these things will never make fucking YouTube, because I am trying to take and update the content that's on here, age wise. Just full fucking transparency on that. Like I don't mind taking and like we're gonna take and replace one of the shows, either Mr. In Between or Ted Lasso, with an older show. But what we replace fucking the other one with is either going to be a movie a week or it'll be a newer show a week. Um, like I don't mind doing the clip reactions to comedy and stuff like that for older stuff. But as far as the older stuff is concerned, once I get around to it, a lot of that's going to just go straight to fucking Patreon, free to the free tier. Not even going to fucking bullshit. Um, just because there's a lot of it. For me personally, I like older stuff, but after a bit, I'm not one of those ones that likes to binge a whole lot of stuff. So if I've got more than 2 or 3 things going on at a time, I lose fucking interest because then it's keeping up with this storyline and that storyline and this storyline and that. And it for me, it's just like fuck this. So I'm just throwing that out there, full fucking transparency. I do plan on getting through every fucking bit of the shit that I've got here. If it's taking a minute this long, it's still going to take a minute. And there's a lot of stuff that I do have that I'll put an announcement on the fucking dashboard, the community tab, and I'll probably take it to another chat like this and be like, "Hey, I've been reacting to this. Go to the free Patreon." Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Like I got through 4 episodes of that, and it was the same goddamn joke every fuck. Like it's same 4 fucking jokes every fucking episode. I was like, no, no way I could do 18 episodes of this shit. No fucking way. I was like, that's a wrap on that one. 4 episodes in, and I didn't even. I made it. I think 15 minutes into the 4th episode. I was like, bro, they did the same shit the last 3 fucking episodes, fucking joke wise. The content of it, I'm like fuck this. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. So, what's sad to hear? I mean, you got to take and chewing. I've looked at clips from chewing the fat. What's sad to hear? You talking about with the way I taken? I'm just being look. I'm just being dead ass honest. Like even if I'd have taken and kept doing things the way I was doing and taking and doing, a show here and a show there, it had just been one show at a time at that point. But there's a lot of the stuff y'all might have only seen 3 or 4 episodes. I never fucking touch it again for channel purposes. Just I can't. For me personally, you can ask my wife. She's gotten pissed at me because we started Dexter together, and I made it 3 seasons. Now I've yet to watch another fucking episode. I got through like 5 episodes of fucking Breaking Bad, and at some point in time, I want to react to that because it's been 7, 8, 9, 10 years at this point. I stopped watching it, and we were both watching it. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I've started watching. I just, as far as watching purposes are concerned, if I'm like that watching something, reacting wise, it's not going to be a good thing. It wouldn't be good for the channel, and it would piss y'all the fuck off.
So ignore
'Cause
what,
that's a,
so ignore what I did in the living room. I was that happy. I felt bored.
what the hell you do in the living room? Oh dear lord! But there's a lot. So there's a lot of this stuff. I'm sure that if I was to take and get a season into and be like, I'm just not, and get 2 or 3 episodes into another season and be like, this ain't it. I'd piss y'all the fuck off. So I'd rather take and put that stuff on Patreon. So at that point in time, I put it on Patreon. If I decide, if 3, 4 episodes into a second season of something, I can be like, all right, I'm gonna slow down on this a little bit. I'm not digging this season. Um, I'm gonna start throwing in this reaction right here. This show, it's a little bit more palatable. It wouldn't work like that on the channel. So it, and that's just I've always been like that. I've never been able to take and sit and take and just I've never been able to take and really stick with a TV series unless it's really, really, really fucking outstanding. It's the reason why I still game. I've made it 6 seasons. I've gotten 3 episodes into season 7. I ain't touching no more of that shit. It's so fucking stiff. They seem to have lost all fucking chemistry, and the jokes are fucking. They're telegraphed. It doesn't have none of the magic no more. It's nowhere close to the quality. None. So At some point in time, I've looked at the Benidorm, the Scottish the 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 Scottish people with the voice activated what is it? The elevator. Bro, my head's so bad. Yeah, I've reacted to clips from Chewing the Fat. I haven't actually watched the show. I got like 3, 4 seasons into Dexter, and I was just like, man, it's the same goddamn thing every fucking episode. I'm like, when are they gonna catch this bastard? Because you're not gonna be able to keep doing this shit. And it seemed to be getting a little bit more, little bit less believable that he's still been able to take and do it. And I was like, now I've watched the one season of Dexter where they killed them all finally. His son killed him. I watched that season, and it made sense for the shit to take and do the way it did. But I made it like four seasons into Dexter, and I was like, I couldn't watch no more. I just couldn't. I was my mind was like, all right, whatever. No, doesn't work like that. Whoever holds the rights, like, still gonna be, still gonna be fucking edited to hell. But that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. I'll try to take and react to the war movies, even if I've got to take and um, do the editing to them. World at War. I think I've got that around here somewhere. I can't remember. I've got so much shit around here, it's not even funny. Maybe it's World War II. I've got a box series. It's the one that Daniel from Arius and the Nation, uh, the that series. I've got that same thing. I want to think. At some point in time, I'll go through that as well. Assy, cheers, homie. Hopefully you're doing good, man. Good to see you. Guns of Navarone. I'll put that on the list. And see, for me, there's still good comedy, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be. And I don't care where you're at. I think that's Johnny Vegas. I'm trying to remember what it was that he was on that I reacted to. I guess he was a guest on the show. I about pissed myself laughing. That shit was absolutely hysterical. Cheers to you. Hope you're doing good. Bounty, what's up, homie? Berniston. One of the things I do have to take and get back reacting to on my Patreon from my patrons there is League of Gentlemen. I think I've put one or two edited episodes up on here, but I need to finish out season 1 on that. I'm way behind. Sweet. I've taken there's some other I've got other recommendations as far as war movies are concerned, and I'm gonna wind up taking a look at down the road too. Um 8 out of 10 cats, everything I've seen from that, like there's a lot of funny stuff on that. League of Gentlemen is very much funny. It's very it's one of those eccentric type shows. Like it's very unique, very unique. And keeping up with all the threads that's running through it. That's another fun part of it. 12 strong. So I've got, let's see, so far I've put down, and I've got some, like I've got sky hooks. Uh, right now, I searched them on YouTube, and I've got one of their things, or a page of them bookmarked right now. So music wise, them, uh, Paulo Nutini, No Other Way, Live at Leon Loft. I've got that bookmarked. Let's see. Rag and Bone Man, Human. I've got that bookmarked. And then I've also got written down Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday, um, the Dossers, which the local band that I was recommended, Guns of Navarone, and then 12 Strong. So that's what I've got so far. So a foreign field. Is that a movie? Yeah. For locals only. All right. So Dad's Army is another one that has been brought up to me a couple times. At some point in time, I will take and get back to Dad's Army. I've got one heavily edited episode somewhere on my channel, I think. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I'll say that I might have to take and revisit it. I might have to. Let's see. When did I put it out? 3 years ago. Let's see. All right, real quick. My apologies. I'm checking something on my side because I know I've took and reacted to Dad's Army on the channel, and I want to think that I got it's showing. I've got 2 episodes up. I want to think episode 2 got blocked. Yeah, it's blocked. So Dad's Army 71. It's blocked in the UK. I've got episodes 1 and 2 that I've reacted to up on the channel, but y'all in the UK can't see them because it's blocked. So um, I can retry it and do some heavy editing. Because I tried putting, I didn't realize I tried putting the full fucking episodes up like a dumbass. But so I can try that, but I have a feeling it's going to be the same thing. Kelly's Heroes. That's another thing. I got to finish Cinderella. That's also on the list of things to do. TV drama with Alec Guinness. Which one is that? All right, so I wrote down a Tiger, the Korean War film. There we go. I wrote that down just now. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the other movies I'm gonna take and react to in the future on the channel is gonna be the movie Seven Samurais, the one that inspired a lot of spaghetti westerns here, um, like Magnificent Seven and stuff like that. So don't worry, homie. I'm never hard. I'm rarely ever very fast. Rusty, if you like gaming, if you played any Elite Dangerous, or you like stuff like the car mechanic simulator and stuff like that, check out Rusty Dog. He's got some really good content. I like his stuff. Should be bigger. Not even gonna lie. Like I've looked at it. I've looked at how do you take and do this, and it took me to Rusty's channel. I was like, criminally underrated. Come and see. I've watched Tora. So that's one of those that I won't be able to react to. I'd have to take and do more of like label it like a review or like first time reacting on the channel type deal. Devil will be in the details basically. Battle of the River plate. All right, now I'm writing all the stuff down. Don't come fussing at me if you don't. If you know it's 3 months, 4 months before you see the first, at least movie recommendation. Like I said, I've already got like at least the rest of this month. Kind of, I know what's going. I know I'm going to be recording. So you'll have an episode up here in a little bit. Um, actually, you're taking. I get Viking season 1 finale reaction uploading right now. I'm not. It's not going anywhere. Last week I took a week off, so that is on me. And I was like, "Fuck it, I ain't doing a shitting thing. I should have stuff scheduled out." I said, "Fuck it." I just took the week off because I needed it. But yeah, plays by the fictitious Cornley Polytechnic Drama Society. Rising Temp, I need to finish. Not even gonna bullshit. I'm into season 2 on that, and I think I've got 2 more seasons to take and go through. That might be one that I might just wind up for one of the shows, just restarting Rising Damp so I can finish it. Um, which Rising Damp is another one of those ones that a lot of the episodes are edited. The last one, season 2, episode 3, I had to edit it down to like an 18-minute or 17-minute video. So, but there you go, season 2, episode 3. So the link that's down there is season 2, episode 3, and I think I should have it. I should have a playlist on my channel for Rising Damp. No, no. I my wife plays Sudoku. I've never like if I'm gonna take and play a game that stimulates the brain, I'll try to take and I'll play chess or something like that, or I'll take and find a way to play like Catan or Risk, something of that nature. Cheers to you. Hopefully you're having a good day. The plank at some point in time I'll take and put somewhere. Like I'll take and react to it somewhere. Bro, how many times I gotta tell you I'm live, you little turkey? I've got to take and watch the last 2 seasons of Sons of Anarchy. That's a really good show. That's one of those ones that I unintentionally stopped watching. That one's a damn good show. Reacting to Porridge on Patreon. I've only got 3 episodes left. So on Patreon, outside of the videos that you take and watch, that I react to and put on YouTube for Vikings, shit, Vikings, Ted Lasso, and Mr. In Between. I need to take and record some more for Doctor Who because I've still been reacting to that over there for my Patreon. But and there's also I put a lot of the unedited Doctor Who that I had behind the paywall. Some of those are free, but I've been reacting to Porridge and Only Fools and Horses. Cheers to you. Yes, I know. Love Benny Hill, and I definitely going to be looking at more Tommy Cooper. Okay, so part of the plans of 2025. Not only do I have this channel, more eclectic beard reactions. I'm gonna be putting the culture, history, and some comedy type reactions on a channel called More Eclectic Beard Reactions. I'm starting a uh, Eclectic Beard anime journey channel where I'm gonna be reacting to all anime plus whenever I take and buy some manga or something like that, taking and doing that, and also reviewing some manhwa and web comics on it as well when I have the time. Uh, but the other thing I'm gonna be starting here at the end of this month is going to be a channel where I take a look at his landmarks in cities. But before and the lead up to looking at those landmarks and that city itself, I'll be looking at like the outer areas leading up to that. So one of the things my goal is by October there's going to be there's an NFL game being played, Cleveland Browns and somebody else. And my buddy Joey is a big Cleveland Browns fan, but my goal is to they can have everything moving along well enough across all these different formats that I'll be able to take and have a series for that channel sometime and be able to take a record there in England. So that's the ultimate goal is some by October to take and be able to take and have things in order to where I can make that trip with Joey, maybe stay a week longer than he does and take and film not only for that, but also take and meet folks. Um, that's a goal. I've wanted to take and go there since I've started reacting to stuff. As far as the culture, the history, and everything, it's just things have never lined up. So I'm hoping to take and change that this year. Faulty Towers is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever reacted to. Season one, for whatever reason, season one, something happened with my Google Drive account. It might be a show that at some point in time I revisit. There's only two things I've ever reacted to since I've started doing this that I'll ever consider revisiting, and that is Faulty Towers and Dairy Girls. That's it. I love Only Fools and Horses. It's funny. But those two shows to me are the two of the funniest fucking things I've ever reacted to. John Cleese as in Faulty Towers was fucking hysterical. And the thing is, like, it's a lot of the same type stuff over and over and over, but it's done in such a clever fucking way that it doesn't matter to me. What's up? Sweet. I've gotten that from a lot of folks. Um, that's the other thing I've got to take and do. I've started. I started a reaction. I've got like 20 minutes of a reaction to the Bottom live show. Um, that's one of the things here in the next couple of weeks y'all are going to take and see me finish, and I'll also take and start react. I'll do a reaction to that as well because that's the Bottom. The Guest House Paradiso by Bottom is also in full on YouTube. So I'm hoping by October to have everything lined up to where I can make the trip, not only for a personal thing, but also for the new channel that I'm starting up. So you're not the only one. Man, this is something that, and the thing is, like the last 2 years, like I don't know if I mentioned anything about trying last year, but the year before that, I wanted to come and things just did not work the fuck out. And the year before that, like let's just say I was a fucking retard. I'm just gonna leave it there. I was a fucking retard. If I'd have been smarter, I'd have already been there at least once. Um, and that's exactly part of the plan. All right, so only having 4 channels, hard to watch lots of stuff. Um, I'll be honest with you. Like for this channel, I could take and go back to doing like everything the way it used to. But I've over a month now. I've been taking to doing the TV shows and the movies. And to be honest with you, I enjoy the fuck out of those. And as much as I love learning and everything else like that, overall for me, thematically for this channel going forward, let's say 5 years from now, YouTube is still humming along. I want this channel to be someplace people take and go to. They can watch a reaction to a movie or to a TV show that either they've enjoyed or they haven't seen. Um, because at some point in time, I'll start doing. I'm gonna wind up doing some reviews of stuff on here as well. Um, Probably the stuff that's still in theaters, and then take and do not so much a reaction, but a video review itself of like movies or stuff like that. But it's um for me the culture, the history, and that type of stuff for me is even on the the Beard Reactions channel, right? I'm gonna try to take and do 4 to 5 videos a week on that channel. Um, it's not always gonna get 4 or 5 videos a week. Sometimes it might only be 2 or 3. I'm gonna try to be consistently 4 to 5 channels or videos on that channel a week. Um, and this, I'm still gonna be taking and doing comedy. And at some point in time, it'll wind up being more comedy movies than comedy clips. A lot of because at some point in time, I'm gonna wind up start taking clips of movies that are really funny or shows that are really funny. And the same way you take and see these clips on YouTube, I'm gonna start clipping those for individual reactions as well. Um, I love doing the reactions to the culture, the comedy, and everything like that. But for me personally, and my ultimate goal for this channel as it goes forward, I'm gonna be honest with you, 10 fucking years from now, I don't see reactions being a thing on fucking YouTube anymore. Possibly. I say that, and I said that last year, but lo and behold, a report from YouTube come out, and the one of I think the largest and most the biggest growth sector for YouTube is reactions. I was like, I don't see fucking how, but still, bruh. I've got like, let's see, 'cause I tried taking and doing reactions to Red Dwarf here on the channel. I've got the first 2 episodes. The first episode, you got all the 2 minutes, and I think I've got the first episode, the full reaction, maybe on like Daily Motion or some shit. The second episode, there's all of 15 minutes. It's one of those most heavily edited shows that has to be done. That's another one of the reasons why some of these older shows is like I ain't even gonna fucking attempt to take and put here. No two ways about that shit. Just it's hard to. But Bassy, I don't know about being a great guy. I try being at least a half decent fella. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't drink a whole lot no more. I had a half of a blonde ale Saturday when I took him out. Went to a restaurant to eat. Used to, I'd have spent $30 at least in fucking alcohol, not including the meal. So I might, but if I do, I might have to practice drinking before I get there. Build a tolerance back up. My liver ain't what it fucking used to be. Neither is my 2 drinks at this point. I'm normally good, so it'd be hard for me to do a pub crawl. Might hit 2 pubs. Might not make it out the first one. Have a good one, Jim. Well, see, and that's kind of what I'm going with this. Like, even it'll be on this channel. It's pretty much going to be videos every day. As it stands right now, I've got 3 days a week where it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays for TV shows. And if I want to add something on the weekend, like an extra episode, or if I want to add a movie reaction or something like that, I'm able to. I think I can still get quality with some quantity, even if I take and add in comedy reactions on the channel. That being said, as far as like the other channels, it's the reason why it's going to be four episodes a week, or 4 anime a week on the anime channel instead of something every day like a lot of channels do. I could go that route. I could do multiple episodes of stuff. Like, I could take the rest of the day once my kid goes to sleep, and then tomorrow once she goes to sleep, take 4 or 5 hours both days and do nothing but fucking recording, and then take and do all my editing this weekend and have everything up, or at least have the first week's worth of shit up and have everything to edit. But I do want to take and try to do the quality over quantity. All right, so what are you talking about? Suffering in what way? You talking about what are you talking about? Like, I'll tell you right now, like, I don't know how it is with other niches on YouTube, but I know for reaction channels, normally your slow months are December and January, because you got Christmas holidays and you got trying to take and make up for the Christmas holidays, and then normally you got February, March, April, May, and then June and July are slow months. And then normally things start picking up about middle of August to about the middle of November, whenever things start slowing down a little bit, because you got the holidays all over again. Like, it's a cyclical type thing. Oh, quality over quantity. Oh. Well, yeah. You can't just take and drink all ale. You got to take and have some stouts. You got to take and have a good quality sour, maybe an IPA. Like, 2 good IPAs. There's no need for 8, for 8 fucking pints of an ale. Most of your lagers and ales are going to take it be at 4.5, 5, maybe 6%, but a 6%, that's when you start getting into like the imperial ale type fucking realm. If I'm not mistaken, an imperial ale is like is anything above 6.5, 7%. Whereas you don't start getting into the imperial stuff for IPAs until you hit 8% ABV, and you don't even take and hit imperial for stouts until you hit like 10%. So I've been recommended that before. That's a hard fucking watch. For me, it was. Yeah, that's part of it too. But that's something, if you've been doing this for a while, and it's something that, I'll be honest with you, it's something that I've forgotten at times. But whenever I take and step back and take a look at the whole big picture, that's something that it's like, well, fuck. My views are down. It's these months right here, you know, and it's during the time period where everybody's spend more time with family because of the holidays and stuff like that. It's one of those things, as a reaction channel, you should bake in, but it's easy to forget whenever you get 6 months of up videos. you know, or up views and stuff like that. Yeah, I do need to take and react to more Monty Python. I've been taking in. I think I've got 3 episodes of Flying Circus I've reacted to. Let's see. Let me pull it up. Not on YouTube. I've tried taking and getting one, but it's hard to take and get any Monty Python stuff up on YouTube. That shit is blocked quick. Like, I'll take the claims. Like, people are like, oh, it got claimed. Fuck a claim. I don't give a shit what a claim. As long as they don't strike me or block me, I don't give a fuck. If I'm able to monetize something, that's just a cherry on top. But if it gets claimed, I still get views and people still take and subscribe to the channel. It's a fucking win-win. Okay, so I've done 2 episodes. That's another thing I need to take. And I might just take and do reactions to. I might just take a react to Patreon stuff today. Holy shit! I've got 2 episodes of Flying Circus up on Patreon. That's going to stay exclusive to them. Whatever I can take and get up on YouTube, if I can get anything up on YouTube from Flying Circus, I'll attempt. But it's good. It's still comfortable. This is the chair I took and actually got from the for a sponsored ad at one point in time. Still really good. What is AWP? It's funny. The British football chants. The first video, British football chant video I took and reacted to. I actually took and seen like the video itself that I was going to react to. I was like, this is a smaller channel compared to some of these other channels that are on here. I was like, let me actually reach out to the content creator and see if it's all right if I actually react to this and even monetize it. I was like, because I don't want to take any views from this cat. And holy shit, he agreed. And I was like, all right, cool. Many thanks, man. You know, I'm going to take it, you know, make sure I link everything and stuff like that so people can see the, you know, unedited, you know, the whole thing without my jackass reacting to it in a pinned comment and the, you know, or at least in the description of it. And that was the first video I had that took went over 1 million views. And if I'm not mistaken, now, let's see. Yeah, that cat's video now has over like 2.9 million views on it. So a lot of folks have used that same video. I see there's 2 more that ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I'm glad I just took and checked because or not checked. I'm glad I took and just decided to check YouTube with a search because there's a newer video from a channel I've never seen. So watch within the next week to take and have a chance video. No, there's Twitch is weird, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, I had one consistent viewer on Twitch. The 2 streams or the 3 streams I did on Twitch, I had one consistent viewer. That's been subscribed to the channel for a long goddamn time. There aren't the same kind of restrictions, but there's a reason why I don't like trying to take and move any of my content unless it's to Patreon. I don't like moving any of my trying to get any of my subscribers to go anywhere off of YouTube. Is because subscribers don't travel very well. What I mean by that is I can be like, because you're not making money on Rumble or on fucking motion, Daily Motion. But if you get 60,000 views on something and it's like, hey, the full reaction is over here, you might have 60 of that 60,000 actually go watch the shit in full for free. So I'd rather just take like, all right, if I'm gonna put something for free, I'll put it even if I'm gonna take and put a free version of it. I'd rather it be on my Patreon than take and try to react to something on like Twitch because I want to think 2 posts announcing I was going to do streams on Twitch, and I think I had a total of like there's a total of like 20 people that come through the first one. There's like 6 people the second one, and there was like 8 people total the third one. It's nothing about money. I'm not fucking monetized over there, but at the same point in time, they don't keep VODs, or I can't keep the VODs over there because if you can react to it live, but if you keep the VODs, then it'll get taken down by them. And I got to take and keep it on my computer because then I've had to take and record it so I can go through. So it's easier for me to take and just put shit here and put shit Patreon and be done with it. Have a good one, man. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, I've got the last episode of season 1, the reaction to that uploading right now. So that'll be available. It should be available by 1. The only firm I've seen, the only other movie, the firm I've seen is one with Tom Cruise where he's a lawyer, based off the John Grisham book. I know there's another firm, the firm movie that was done in the '90s, if I'm not mistaken, but I was told it's nowhere near as good. Which I don't know what y'all's feeling was on those reactions with only the major storyline parts, but yeah, I'm not gonna be doing those reactions anymore. It's gonna be my normal type stuff. Like that's good in theory, but most folks would rather take and see as much as shit as possible. So yeah, you'll have the season 1 finale reaction here in about the next just over an hour. Which one is the one? I mentioned 2 of them. 2 of them, homie. The Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen. They used to play those on TBS all the time when I was growing up. I don't think I've ever seen Hot Shots. Let's see. Oh, yes. Yes. I've seen Hot Shots as well. Okay. That movie's fucking hilarious. While I'm over there, I'm going to try to make it over there to try to make it to Blackpool. It'll probably be I'm going to try to make a 2-week visit. Can't make no promises on where I'll be able to take a go. 2 weeks ain't a long time over there. Y'all got so much to see. Yeah, Team America was funny in parts. Some of me was just dumb. I was like, what the hell is it? What the hell am I watching? Do you take and make the CCTV type? Do you do long and short form content on your channel from it? Some interesting stuff you'll see with CCTV footage. Some really interesting stuff sometimes. People don't realize it'd be crazy what people do when they don't realize they're being recorded. All right, so let's see. Been going at almost 2.5 hours now. 2 hours and 29 minute mark. I'm gonna take and shut it down here. I've got to take and actually here in a minute. I'm gonna take and see if either one of the kids are hungry. I do need to take and make a thumbnail for the Vikings episode, and then get at least part one thing edited before my kid takes her because she's been going down for whatever reason around like 1, not 1, but like 12 to 12:30. So I'm hoping it's the same way. But once she goes down, I got to make sure I've got everything set up for to record. So yeah, um, I'd like to it's my understanding is it's kind of hard to fit a whole lot of stuff in 2 weeks. Um, I'd like to take and when I visit, taking you know go to I want to go to Wales. I want to go to Scotland. I'd love to take and go to Northern Ireland. I'd love to take and go to the Isle of Man. Be honest with you, I'd love to go to Isle of Man while the TT's running, but you know, whatever. So I'm on once we get closer to then, I'll know more because at this point in time, it's just me trying to make sure I can get things in order to try to come over there. Have not seen On the Buses. It's been recommended 100 times though. So, um, hope y'all. Hopefully, I was entertaining a little bit. We got to chat a little bit. I want to. If I'm not able to take and do this at least once a week, I'm gonna try to do it at least twice a month. That way we can at least, even if it's just shooting the shit, y'all take and give me recommendations with stuff, and stuff like that. Definitely want to take and do that. So, trying to make this a very much a regular thing on the channel. Y'all be good to each other. Love yourselves. Peace.